Hello and welcome to another episode of Standard Killer Projects. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different than we normally do. We're going to be checking out some flashlights. The reason why is because we picked up a new affiliate for this guy right here, which is a brand of flashlight called Skilhunt. I think it'd be interesting to do some comparisons to the three different flashlights that I use pretty regularly. I'm not really excited about affiliates unless I'm going to stand behind them and show that their product is good or bad or whatever their product may be. We're going to look at the Streamlight Stinger LED HL, which is an 800 lumen flashlight. We're also going to look at the Olight Seeker 3 Pro, which is a 4200 lumen flashlight, and the Skilhunt M300. So before we get started, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. That's why we keep making these videos. So first off, none of these flashlights are American-made. There's only two real American-made flashlights still even left, Surefire and Maglite. They're the only two that are really like mainstream, big-time American-made flashlights. Now, these all have American sellers that sell them. I believe these are European, and these two are Chinese-made flashlights. The Olight is a very popular brand of flashlight at the moment, and I'm not 100% sure, but it kind of seems like, because of how this thing is made and how the colors are very similar on this and the Olight, that this may be their one-off brand, but I can't say that for certain. That's just an idea that I had. This is my trusted handy flashlight that I use every day at work. I actually had to bring it home to use this one. This is a very standard flashlight. I even had one of the original versions that was the incandescent front end, and it only came in one color back in the day. That flashlight's probably 20 years old and it still works. Streamlight is a very good brand. I will not knock them in any way, shape, or form. Next we have the Olight Seeker 3 Pro. This is a very good flashlight. It has lots of features and bells and whistles added to it that a lot of flashlights don't have. This one in particular is, they're all side switch. None of them have the tail switch, but this one in particular has a recharging magnetic base. I'll show you that it does actually have a magnet built into the bottom that can be used to hold the light in place if you need it to be. And it picks up lots of boogers from everything that's around, so you got to make sure you clean the magnet off or you'll get metal shavings everywhere. Also, the M300 is also a magnetic base flashlight. This one doesn't charge from the back, it actually charges from the rear. The Skilhunt has the power button on one side and the charger on the back side of it. This is also a magnet. It's not a very strong magnet though, so you can't hang the weight of it off of it, but you can see there that it is a magnet. This you have to make sure you keep clean on a regular basis. If metal and stuff gets in there, it'll actually mess with your charging connection. All right, so the biggest thing for me with the three different lights that you see here is price. This is an 800 lumen flashlight. It retails for about $160. It comes with the second battery. It comes with a charging base. The charging base uses these two ports. You slide it down into a dock, and this is what charges up the flashlight. It also comes with a secondary cord that allows you to use the cigarette lighter of a car to charge the flashlight also. The Olight is a very simple charging setup. It actually charges from the back, and it doesn't come with a whole lot of extra accessories. There are some lanyard attachments that go on the back of it. They also make a clip for it. This flashlight retails for but right around $140. You can get discounts on these. They usually have sales going on, and the prices go cheaper on the Olights from time to time. Usually you get about $10 to $15 off. Okay, so this flashlight, while not as strong as the 4200 lumen flashlight and not as well known and durable as the 800 lumen flashlight, this flashlight has the charging port very similar to this one, but smaller on the back side of it. This flashlight puts out 2,000 lumens and costs right at $68 with the high intensity battery in it. So just for point of reference, this is how dark it is in my garage at the moment. This is the Streamlight beam. This is an 850 lumen beam at the highest setting. If you hold the button, it will dim down to 2 different settings and then go back up to the bright settings and come back down. This flashlight also has a strobe feature. All of them have strobe feature. I'm going to try to avoid making the strobe go off. Okay, so the Olight has a feature where you touch it, it gives you the battery power. Then you spin the knob a little bit, and it gives you what battery or what brightness level you're going to come on at. So right about here, it's coming up at the about average amount of light. It's kind of mid-range right there. Same thing. If you hold it, it will get brighter and brighter. If you double tap, it will go to turbo mode and it'll give you the full brightness. So this right here is what 4200 lumens off this flashlight looks like. It doesn't have a solid center beam. It's pretty spread out, but it's actually one of the most powerful flashlights I've ever used. And on top of that, if you stick your fingers in front of it, it will actually dim down to keep you from burning the lens on the front of the flashlight. It's kind of hard to see, but it actually does dim down because there is still light getting through my fingers. I'm just blocking it enough to set the sensor off in it. But it has all those features, and then you can spin the dial downward, and that will slowly decrease the level of light until you get all the way down to the full weakest setting on the light, which is pretty low, probably about maybe 20 lumens if I had to guess, possibly 10. It's pretty low light. This flashlight is programmable also, so you can actually change what button pushes allow it to do different things. If you triple press it, it currently will go to strobe mode. If you double press it, which I'm going to do it again just to show you how bright it gets, it will go into turbo mode. Holding the button will allow it to cycle through a low, medium, and high range, and then, as I mentioned, the roller dial will allow it to scroll up slowly. Okay, so now the Skilhunt flash. All right, so when I turn on the light, it comes onto a setting, and then it gives you a light right here to tell you what the battery level is at. Currently right now this is at the highest battery level. That's why it came on solid. It will also blink or turn red or turn yellow or turn different things depending on what it is you want it to do. So with the battery, with the flashlight turned on, there are multiple different settings that it goes into depending on how you push this. Right, so this flashlight is currently on its highest setting. This is its turbo mode. It goes up to about 2000 lumens. You can go through multiple different settings by how you do the button pushes. If you push it once, it will go down to a low mode. It will go up to a medium mode, to a high mode, and then it has the turbo mode by double pressing. Each one of the settings, the low, medium, and high, all have a turbo mode built into them, which is actually really confusing because if you push it once, it gets brighter, and then if you push it twice, it gets even brighter than that. So then it drops down to a 10 lumen setup. There's also a 1 lumen. If you double press it, that's the 10 lumen. This is the 1 lumen, and then a medium setting, and then the secondary medium setting, and then the high setting, and a secondary high setting, and then the turbo setting, and the secondary turbo setting, and it looks like it's locked into the high setting. So that's the 2000 lumen light right there. The one thing I will say about this is the button presses on this flashlight are a bit confusing, and the one that always messes me up is at this point I'm going to turn the flashlight off. I didn't actually turn the flashlight off. I pushed the button once, but I didn't hold it long enough, so it's still running at 1 lumen for no reason. But if you want to turn the flashlight off, you actually have to press and hold the light, the button on the light, and then it shuts off. For somebody like me that's constantly in and out of equipment and working pretty regularly, forgetting to push the button the right way will become difficult. But this still is a pretty good flashlight because you can actually program all the settings how you want on it. Right, so that's pretty much going to do it for these. If you're looking for a good, standard, trusty, reliable flashlight that's been around for a long time, Streamlight is a great brand. If you're looking for something with all sorts of bells and whistles and features on it, on top of the fact that it puts out one of the strongest bright lights, Olight is a good brand. If you're looking for a good, programmable, inexpensive flashlight, Skilhunt is definitely the way to go. You get used to the button presses and how they function the more you use the flashlight, but this one is half the cost of this one and less than half the cost of this one. So if you're interested in getting one of these Skilhunt flashlights, I will leave the link in the video description and in the comments. So make sure to check them out. If you buy one of these using our link, the channel gets a little bit of a paycheck from it, which always helps out and keeps us making more videos. So thanks for watching.